Hello there, welcome. This is West Wind Airport, 7 Whiskey Alpha 3 in Washington, and this will be a second leg of a cross-country trip that we're doing up to Canada. We just came here, picked up a friend. The plane is all loaded up, and we're going to go ahead, jump in the aircraft, prepare for departure. Our next destination is going to be Nanaimo in Canada. Not exactly sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but that will be our airport of entry as our first stop there before heading into Squamish Airport. All right, let's go ahead and close the door. I want to make sure all of our breakers are all in, avionics are off, master's off, all electronic switches are off, gear lever is down. We're going to set our gas to the right tank. I flew up here from Skagit Airport solo, but we were on the left tank, so now I want to switch over to the right. Everything's just, we're going to turn on the battery now. Verify we got 3 green. Fuel quantity looks correct. Go ahead and turn on the beacon light. And let's try not to flood the engine this time when we prime her up. So we're going to go full rich, props are full forward, throttle comes full forward. And what we got to do here is we're going to watch our fuel flow when we turn on the fuel pump, and just as she gets in the green there, we're going to turn it right off. That should be good. Perfect. Turn on the alternator. I'm going to go crack the throttle. Right about there. And open up the window. And yell out, clear prop on the window, clear prop, and then just make sure nobody's walking around. We're ready for start. Come on. There we go. Nice. Check our oil pressure. It is in the green. Set her up at 1000 RPM. Reduce the mixture while we're idling here. There we go. We can bring up our avionics now. Check after start. I like to make sure that our breakers are all in still. Oh, seem to be identifying a Watka VOR in the back end. Alright, let's go ahead and pull out our cowl flaps. Charging on the amps, looks good. Radios are on. Let me go ahead and just, while the engine is warming up, going to be doing today. We're going to Sky Vector. So here we are in west wind, and as we depart, I'm going to track the Whatcom VOR. We need to stay below 1,500 feet just to remain clear. There's a ILS approach here into Billingham, so we want to remain clear of that by staying under 1,500 feet. Once we get past the Whatcom VOR, I want to track the active pass NDB. I haven't done this. I've yet to track the NDB on Flight Sim, so we're going to see how that goes. It should be fun. I'm doing it just for fun, but it'll be good practice as well. And then after that, NDB, if all goes well, we're going to go ahead and track the Nanaimo VOR. We don't have to be on perfect with that. We're VFR, and so once we get over the water here, I'm going to climb from 1,500 feet up to 4,500 feet. We're not on Bat Sim either, but I'm going to simulate entering this Class Bravo with a clearance through 4,500 until we get to Nanaimo. So let's go ahead and get into the sim. We'll tune up the radio. Got the Whatcom VOR tuned in. Let's go ahead and tune in our ADF here. So the active pass VOR is our first, not VOR, but NDB is the 378. 378. Transponder to altitude report. Heading, we're going to be taking off to the north, so I'll just put it there for now. Line it up when we get to the strip. Landing gear indicator, check that already, 3 green. We don't have an ATIS. We're going to set our altimeter. Elevation here is 160 feet, so let's go ahead and set that. And if you remember last time, I'm going to set it the same way here. Just by knowing the elevation, we can just match that and we'll be good to go. There we are, 160, so it looks like today, or now, our altimeter setting is 3007. We'll release our parking brakes, do a brake check, and head out to do our run up. Let's go and turn our taxi lights on. Release the parking brake. Give it some mixture there. Close this window. Plug in our headphones. There we go. We are going to use full maximum possible length here. There we go. Brakes are good. Alright. Hold the brakes, we'll give it full rich, props are full forward, bring her up to 1700 RPM. Cylinder head temperature still rising, oil temperature still rising. We got the oil pressure in the green. Let's go ahead and check our magnetos here. I want to also check the suction. That's good. Go to the right magneto. About a 50 RPM drop. Excellent. Left magneto. 50 RPM drop. Perfect. Go ahead and cycle the prop. That's good enough. We did it earlier. Alright, double check our cowl flaps are out. Everything looks good. Gas is on the desired tank, right tank. Let's do a before takeoff checklist. Okay, flight control check. Let's go ahead and reduce this here for now while we continue preparing. Flight controls check. Free and clear. Did the selector check. Fuel pump needs to come on. Props are full in. Mixture's full rich. Trim tab is neutral. Check. Cowl flaps are open. Flaps need to come in, so we're going to do 1 notch of flaps. 10 degrees. Actually, I'm going to do about 15 or so degrees because this is a short strip. Everything looks good. We're going to check windows secured, doors secured. We're ready to rock and roll here. I'm going to turn the strobe light on, landing light can come on. Double check our DG is lined up with the compass. That is, let's line up our heading indicator with the runway heading that we're on. Transponders on altitude reporting. Let's go ahead and set our timer. Laps timer here because I want to watch that while we fly about 15 maybe minutes to half an hour. We're gonna go ahead and switch fuel tanks. Looks like we're ready to go. I'm gonna hold down the brakes. We're gonna bring her in full power. In the green. We're ready to rock and roll. Use the brakes. Come on, baby. this Whatcom VOR. So let's go identify it. And we need to make a left turn here. And here we are, 1,500 already passed, so let's make sure we level off. Bring her back down. Identified. Climb check, fuel pump needed to come off. We're gonna go ahead and check the fuel flow is good. Should be pretty close. Yeah, we're right above net, 5.4 nautical miles from the VOR. We have our RPM set. CH. Cylinder temperature still good. Cruise climb, so close the cowl flaps. Power set, RPM is desired, and mixture is set. Keep it at full there. The lights on for now. We're heading through some congested areas here. We're about to overfly the VOR here. We're about 2.5 nautical miles away. Let's go ahead and get ready for the NDB. So ADF is right over here. We're pretty much heading right towards it. I'm going to start turning towards it now. Want to get that needle pointing right towards the top there. I think this is how you should do it. Someone pointing right up to the top. Already overflew the VOR. You see now we're nautical miles increasing, so we passed that already. Let's take a look outside. Let's go ahead and climb up now to 4,500 feet. Let's go ahead and make a climb now. 2,500 RPM. I'm gonna get her set up on the autopilot actually. Turn off our landing light, taxi light, and strobe light for now. Set up for 4,500 feet. Alright, let's set up the autopilot here, so I'm going to put on heading mode. Put the heading there. The NDB again. need to put on the flight director. Heading, turn her on. There we go. It's turning to our heading, but we're gonna go ahead and turn a little bit to the right. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. We'll arm our altitude. We can reduce our ascend here. I think it's going to do it by itself, but we can do it ourselves as well. Should level off. There we go. There's a level off. We'll let our speed increase and then reduce our power setting just a bit. Heading towards our NDB here, right on it, and then we're just gonna follow this this water on the other side of these islands here. It's like a canal. I'm not sure what it's called. Couldn't find the Vancouver or Victoria VFR sectional charts. It's kind of hard to find. I found one, but it was kind of hard to read. But what I got, there's the canal here that we're gonna follow up towards Emo. Alright, let's reduce our power. Bring her back to maybe 20. I'm going to 23 on the manifold. And maybe 24 in the RPM. Let's see. On the RPM. There we go. Perfect. Alright, cruise is set once again. Cowl flaps. We should have opened them when we were in the climb, but see. Gotta go through those checklists. Cylinder head temperature's good. Everything oil temperature. Pressure's in the green. Periodically check our oh, look at that. Lighter breaker is off? That wasn't before. Huh. What happened there? That's interesting. Okay. Just pop it back in. That's pretty cool though, how that's simulated. I love that. That's why I always double check the breakers there, and you want to do that kind of periodically. We checked it before takeoff or after the engine starts, and everything was in, so that's surprising. Okay, cool. So from what I see on the chart here, the NDB is positioned, I believe, right at this peak right here, right at this point. And so we're going to be overflying it here shortly. It's right around this area. I believe we're doing this correctly. We're heading right for it. I didn't identify it. I should have done that shoot. So yeah, we're on it. So that's perfect. Let's just see if this needle goes kind of crazy once we overfly. That means we are overflying it. And I did everything correctly. probably in about 16 minutes here. We can look at our fuel. We burned some fuel, but I'm going to actually let it pass to this next, to the next line here. I'm going to let it go, and then we'll just kind of switch over and back and forth. What we could do is balance the tanks, and what we'll do is we'll bring in the fuel from the tip tanks to the inner tank. So I'll do that here in a second. Just want to monitor this NDB here. Let's make sure, just for practice purposes, I want to see how I did. Let's look outside. Sweet. Look at that. The needle's kind of drifting off a little bit to the left there. Look at that detail. Wow. That is sweet. Look at that wing. Look at those rivets. I mean, that looks awesome. You see, perfect. We are overflying this NDB right where I thought it was. Excellent. All right. I'm going to go ahead and turn down this straight here, this canal. Head up this way. And like I said, I would have already contacted the Victoria ATC, or probably Victoria Approach, to request the clearance into the Class Bravo, and I believe they may have given me an altitude of about 4,500 feet. From reading the charts, I believe I saw one. Let me pull it up here. I can read off of it. It's not coming up. Oh well. Cool. Let's go ahead and program the other VOR. The Nanaimo VOR Yankee Charlie Delta is 251. See if we can identify it now. It might be too far out. We'll see. Yep. That's it. Cool. Identify Charlie, or sorry, Yankee Charlie Delta. So you can see the VOR, the NDB needle is pointing to the left. So let's see. I want to keep heading in this direction for now, and then we'll turn once we get inside these islands there. I believe there's like a flyway. From what I saw, I briefly looked at the chart that I could find. It's kind of blurry, but it looked like there was a flyway. There's arrows pointing in this direction along a canal here that you can fly. Here we go. So let's go ahead and turn westwardly there and see if we can follow this NDB. This is all for fun. Again, we are VFR. Just for practice, just for the kicks just for a little extra challenge. It's fun stuff. Got a little bit of turbulence there. Bouncing around, not bad. Rocked around a little bit. Oh, there we go. Autopilot's doing its thing. That's it right there. Let's go ahead and start descending here. Bring back 2,000 on the manifold, 2,000 on the RPM. Start descending. Slow her down a little bit. Down, say 2,000 for now. Let's go down. Oh, we gotta turn this. Yeah, altitude hold off. There we go. Now we can bring her down. So if the needle starts drifting, this is going to be it, because then we'll be overflying the Nanaimo NDB, which is just northwest of the airport here. I believe that is it. Yep, the needle's moving. This is it. Let's go ahead and keep descending. Approach checklist. So we're going to turn our fuel pumps on here in a second. Let's make sure our gas is on the desired tank. Right tank right now. Yep, we're pretty balanced. We'll keep it on the right tank. Flaps are closed. Altimeter. Don't have an altimeter setting for it here, so we'll keep it where we were. We won't be too far off. The weather really hasn't changed, so we need to descend a little bit faster than this. go ahead and turn around here. I'm going to turn to the right. And we'll come back around to the left. That was pretty fun, man. I enjoyed tracking those NDBs. I know I can do it now. That is awesome. All I did was watch a couple YouTube videos. It's amazing, man, what we can learn these days at our fingertips, just on our computers. It is awesome, man. In a great age. Really no excuses not to know something. I mean, the only thing is time, right? You gotta spend time learning it. But, I mean, as far as the information is concerned, you can get anything you want, pretty much. Information on anything, to learn anything you want. So awesome. Approaching 2,700 now. Keep her coming down. Charlie Yankee Charlie Delta, elevation 92 feet MSL. I'm going to level off about 1,500 feet above the elevation, airport elevation, which will be 1,600. I'll keep descending. I'll just slow her down a little bit. Slow down the descent. What I want to do now is I'm going to go ahead and just overfly the airport. And actually we're going to go ahead and do enter on the 45. Enter on the 45. Well, we don't have ATC, so actually I'm going to overfly and see if I can see a windsock. Let's do that. And then we'll come back in for landing. Let's go ahead and altitude hold here. We'll just hold it here, actually. Perfect. Oh, yep. If you saw that, the wind is favoring this runway, landing on this eastwardly heading. So what we'll do is we'll overfly the runway and just come in and enter left downwind. Sorry, yeah, overfly the airport midfield there and just enter on the left downwind. It's going to be runway 16. Go ahead and start descending down again. Altitude hold off. Oh, turn that off. Down. Fly and just get a second look on this windsock here. Oh, maybe not. I went to turn too soon. That's fine. I saw it. It's not on the way back here. Actually, we'll do the full correct entry here, the safest entry. So we'll fly out, get away from the airport, and we'll do a right turn, come in on the 45. How's that? Just, I'm a little high still, so keep it safe. Don't need to rush anything. That's where bad things happen. So the approach checklist, autopilot, we'll turn that off once we get back on the 45 and entering the downwind. We'll turn the fuel pump on the 45. Fuel tank selector is set, still on the right tank. That is fine. Altimeter is not set. Wish I could get an altimeter setting. We'll just have to cheat and do the Shift B there for now, since I can't get the here, there's no ATIS online. I'm not online right now. Mixture is full rich. Altimeter is set now. Elevation, we don't need to lean that. So we're good. Let's go ahead and begin our right turn. Completely do a 180-degree turn there. Go. Start maneuvering the aircraft for the 45 entry. There we go, that's good enough. Slow her down here. Bring the props full forward, make sure it's full rich. Keep her descending. Okay. Landing light on, taxi light on, strobe light on, whatever. We'll do the nav light on. Let's go ahead and turn on the downwind here. All right, we'll bring the gear down, help us slow down there. There we go. 1,000 feet, perfect. Keep it coming down. Turn off the autopilot. All right, my aircraft. Trimming her out there. Should have done 1 notch of flaps already. One notch of flaps. Now let's go ahead and turn our left base. Happy lights are all red. Keep it right here for now. Let's do a gums check. Gas is on the right tank. Mixture full rich. Props are full forward. 3 gear down. Switches are all on. Manual strobe light. Taxi light. Everything is set. Seatbelts are checked. We're landing. Bringing full flaps now. There we go. Double check 3 green. Speed's 90. We'll bring you down. Whoa, some sink right there. Cut off the power. Ooh. There's a little sidewinder there, but oh well. Here we are, Nana Emo. If I said that correctly. Nana Emo. Just taxi down to the end. Flaps are up. Trying to neutralize the flaps there. Back down to 0. There we go. Expedite our taxi here off the runway. Alright, here we are. Alright, so we'll go out, get checked in by customs, and if the fuel is a good price, we'll top off the tanks and then head over to Squamish. Let's open our cowl flaps. Landing light, taxi strobe light can come off. Bring her in here. Taxi line, we'll turn off that. Radios can come off. Alright. Close our cowl flap. Turn off all of our switches here. Pull out the mixture. Oh, avionics should have been off, but that's fine. Here we are in Animal Airport, and we're gonna get checked out by customs. and if the fuel's a good price, we'll top off the tanks before heading over to Squamish. Thanks for joining me today, and hope you enjoyed the flight. Next leg will be the final. It might be the final. I will see. I might do a complete, just a direct flight back to the U.S. I'm not sure what airport we'll head to, but maybe we'll do a long flight on the way back. Until next time, thanks for joining me again, and so long.